I love your parents, man.
They're awesome.
I remember back before you were a band of the month and before Yukon Girl was even recorded. I remember your dad would call me up, and the first 20 times he called me, no, was it which way round was it? It was either your dad or your mum. Pardon
It
me.
was
Then
my dad,
I think
for
it was your
sure.
dad. The first handful of times he would never say who he was. I knew it was John, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he'd never say any connection. And then when you were band of the month and Yukon Girl, he was like, "Yeah, this is John. Remember John?" I'm like, "Yes, John." He's like, "I'm his dad." so, so for like 2 years of all these conversations, speaking with this guy John about his talented son, and never saying who it was, all the never. And then when band of the month, just that one day, that little 2 second, I'm his dad. It was just so adorable. I'll never forget it. I've got it saved somewhere on a hard drive at the other end of the room here.
No way.
Yeah, I have to try and dig it
Oh,
up.
send it to me one of these. If you ever, have the time and you're digging through, you find it, send it to me. I
Yeah.
got a story about Dad though. There's been a couple times, and only a couple times, when I like. Usually, I don't even listen to the radio. I can't stand listening to myself, and I just like I find I got so much music, and I'm always looking for ideas. The radio is just a distraction, so I drive with no radio. But I've phoned in and asked for myself a couple times, and been like, "Yeah, who's it going on for?" I'm like, Jeff. Yeah, it's going on for Jeff." Actually, Ryan Arm busted me one time. He's like, "This is Jesse. This is Jesse Roper, isn't it?" I'm like, "Yeah, you got me." But anyways, so this one time I'm driving home in rush hour, and it's the queue, and it's the pick or the all request at 6 or whatever. And I'm sitting there waiting for traffic to move, and I hear, "Oh, all requests on the queue. Who we got?" And he's like, "Yeah, good. This real like grungy voice. Can I hear the new Jesse Roper song?" And it was Ryan that day too. And he's like, "Oh yeah, sure. Which one you want?" He's like, "Apparition." And he's like, "Oh yeah, who's this going out for?" And there was a pause, and then Jeff. And in my mind, I'm like, "Right on, thanks, Jeff. I appreciate that. I hope you're doing well wherever you are." And I listen to drive myself to the next light, listening to my tune. That was very cool. Well, 2 days later, Dad phones me up. He's like, "Jesse, I'm scraping the moss off the driveway, and I need you to give me a hand." I'm like, "All right, I'll come on over." So he's one of these guys that likes everything real clean and put away in its place.
Good
That
man.
nature does its thing.
That
Yeah,
must be a John thing. That must be a John thing. Clean
it's
freaks.
not a Jesse thing. So, so if nature is growing on the driveway, he's getting it the hell off there. So we had like these scraping tools, and we were scraping the moss off the driveway, and I could tell it was something on his mind. He was kind of like making these frustrated sounds, and his brow was all furrowed and whatnot. And I'm like, "What's up, Dad?" And he's like, "Yeah, well, I just, I brought you guys up to be good young men and tell the truth and good to other people, and there's just certain values I tried to instill, and I did something the other day. I'm not proud of myself." I'm like, "What could you have possibly done? You're not proud of yourself. Like, you're a cool old guy. What do you got to worry about?" He's like, "No, I did something. I'm not proud of it." I'm like, "Well, what'd you do?" He's like, well, I phoned the queue." And I started to dawn on me, holy shit, Dad was Jeff. And sure enough, he's like, I phoned the queue, and it was the request hour, and I would never do this. I try to tell the truth, but he asked me, I asked for Apparition, and he said they're going to play it, and he said, "Who we got?" And I said, and I cut him off. I'm like, "You said Jeff?" And he's like, "Yeah. Yeah, I said Jeff." I'm like, "I was listening to you, Dad." It was the best.
Oh, that is so adorable.
Yeah, it was great.
I bet. Hopefully, Ryan's got those. That would be so. Imagine that. Imagine on the next record if one of your songs opened up or finished like with, "Yeah, I'd like to get this one." Yeah, it's Jeff.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to speak to Ryan tomorrow, and we'll see if we can dig that up in the next few weeks. See if I can get mine and he can get his, so you can get yours. Way.
Switch.
Well,
Yeah. Well, I got a new album coming out that maybe when COVID's done, I'm not really sure. So, have you heard it yet?
sorry, you were breaking up a bit there. You've got a new album coming out, but you don't know when.
Yeah. We're kind of sitting on it right now. But then I thought I sent it to Brian to have a listen to. And I make everybody who listens to it swear upon penalty of death not to share it. But did he share it with you?
No, because you said you'd kill him for goodness sake.
Okay, well, good to you.
Do you know what that is? If anyone watches this that has received a death threat from you, they now know it's completely worthless because it's not going to happen.
No, I totally would follow through, man. You'd end up a chunk of my garden fertilizing my plants.
Well, you know what they say about English people? They bring the lime. Anyway,
that's true.
Anyway, that's a throwback. That. So with that, yes. Now I'm just picturing you with a small pebble shooter, threatening people. For those that have joined us recently, the likes of Chris and Malcolm Unflood here himself has now joined us because he was tagged. Lindsay, Shannon, hello as well to Amber, who says this is gold. Thank you, Laurel. Thank you, Erin.
Oh, right on.
So for those of you that have joined recently, Jesse Roper has an issue with some robins in his garden. He's not trying to kill the robins. He's trying to scare them by firing with a slingshot via foxglove. He's trying to scare them with the odd pebble flyby. And that, Brian Boitano, if you're watching, will be you tomorrow if you dare share what we now know you have, because Jesse's told us live from my bachelor pad to the 32 people watching in this moment.
Awesome. Hi, 32 people.